He said he was having issues with his account and he needed me to send his mom money. I sent 105,000 naira to his fake mother.
She should have known better.
Hey homie, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? What's happening? My name is Omi Odike Nwachukwu and this is Talk to Your Homie TV. Welcome to another episode of Put Your Big Girl's Panties On. I can't even lie. I think this is like my best segment of like, I don't know, I like to gist, but Put Your Big Girl's Panties On is actually like sweet because you see out here we discuss matters arising as ladies. I spill what all the mistakes I've made in my life when it comes to money, relationship, life, friends, all that thing, so that you don't make the mistake. Yeah, exactly. By now you know that your girls I've got brains. So if you're confused, come to me, ask me. I will tell you what I would do in your situation and why you should not jones, because in life we refuse to jones. Yeah. So I did a video, right? And I talked about how I just got back guy almost scammed me with marriage. Or give me the whole thing, the whole like, I'll marry you. And then like I coded that this guy wanted to scam me. After I gave that gist, yeah, somebody wrote to me and said, "Oh, see, this is what happened to me." So you and I will read together what she said, how this guy scammed her with marriage, took her money, hey, and why you should not make that mistake too. Come, let's read. She said, "Hello, Omi. I love what you do. And most especially, I love how you're trying to make women and ladies see their value. That's one of my life purpose, so that you can see your value. If you see your value, no guy will tell you nonsense. You'll be saying, nah, it's not me. I promise you, like, there are guys that will take you for who you present yourself to be and love you and cherish you. Those are the guys I'm looking for, not nonsense guys that will, you know, and they are there and you find them." Exactly. Let's keep reading. "My main reason for sending this email is because I'm hot, heartbroken, and I feel dumb. I can't stop blaming myself. Oh, you gave an example of an I just got back guy that was wooing you and you spoke to an elderly mother. And in the end, they were trying to collect money from you." Yes. Anyways, and she said, "Well, in my case, I am not as smart as you. This guy had really been sweet to me, and even without giving me a penny, but he looked promising. I believed him. He said his mother wanted to speak to me, and I said he should give her my number. Omi, the first time I spoke with this woman, my instinct told me that it's not real, but I did not believe my instinct, even though the woman was nice over the phone." That's the first thing. If your instinct tell you that it's not real, don't say but it is not real. If you're with somebody and you're not settled in your heart, like you just feel, don't know, sha, but this guy, like in paper, this guy is sweet, but you just don't know, sha, this guy is just, my sister, run away base, because it is, I'm telling you, most of the time, 95% of the time, that guy was bad for you. It can be a guy, it can be a person, a friendship with a girl, a business is bad. Leave. Hey, let's keep reading. "This guy's strategy has really worked on him." No, or maybe on her. "He later said that he would like to speak with my own mother and family to know that he is real, which I later succumbed to." The story is a very long one, but I'll brief it. He said he was having issues with his account. Just exactly what my own told me. I won't even lie. His account, and he needed me to send his mom money. I sent 105,000 naira to his fake mother, and he promised to return it. Everything was still fine, and I could not open my mouth to tell anybody that I sent money to his mom. It was when the guy played a second card on me that my eyes opened, talking about his account yet to be resolved, and his mother was sick. His uncle started calling me a lot that I couldn't type, but thank God I did not fall for it the second time. My eyes open. Omi, I'm 30 years and I desire a good family of my own. I am not being pressured at home, but to be sincere, I want this for myself. I want children. Oh, I want children too. The company I worked with laid off all staff because they could not continue the business. I have saved small money and I want to start a little business, because job hunting has been hard on me. I feel really tired and exhausted and frustrated. I am a good girl. Aww. I'm a good girl. I dress well and beautiful. Okay, I like that you have that in check. I have not dated a lot of guys just because I did not want to be heartbroken. When I finally let my heart open, I went for rubbish. Is this a bad thing to desire good things for oneself? No, my darling, is not. I can't wait to jump on this one, but I want to just finish everything she said. She now goes to say, I feel really stupid. I could not stop blaming myself. People say go out more, but outside is really expensive. I'm having anxiety over starting the business and trusting any guy again. Oh my gosh, see, a lot of things to see from this girl's story. Let's talk about the heartbreak part, yeah? You haven't dated a lot of guys because you don't want to be heartbroken. You really have to experience. Just something my husband told me when like we started dating. Before, like when I meet a guy, in fact, let me tell you, wait, if I see a guy that I like back then, I won't date him more. I said, he's the one that I don't say that all. And because if I date you and you break up with me, who cares? Get out, Dan, so I used to guard my heart like that, yeah. And then I met my husband, we're dating, and he was really sweet. I mean, he had to be sweet for me to marry him. But he was really sweet, yeah? And so I used to tell him, I'll say like, man, what if this doesn't work? Like, what if like we break up later on? Do you get me? Like, what will I do? Like, he would say to me, Omi, just enjoy it while it lasts. Because you really cannot edge everything. Who are you? You're just human. You have to learn to enjoy it while it lasts. And so I said, okay, no problem. And so I started to enjoy it. And then we got married. But I dated him for like, I think we've known for like, I don't know how many years, but I think it's either 9 years or 12 years before we got married. We've known for a long time. In between, we broke up because we both had to grow up. We both had to learn. I had to know what was important to me. He also had to know what was important to him too. I'm saying that because even though I talked about how sweet he was and how he told me to experience it and just trust, I broke up with him too. Because you really cannot safeguard your heart from having experiences, because how then will you learn? You have to learn. You have to make mistakes. You have to also hear. You have to hear people's mistakes as well. You have to be open to learn. You have to be. If you don't date guys because you don't want to be heartbroken, that's even like a disaster about to be unleashed. You get me? So you have to learn to experience that. It's important, yeah? And then you're 30 and in fact, first of all, I must tell you that you're lucky that your parents are not disturbing you. You have to embrace that. You're lucky because like, I mean, when I was like single, I can't lie to you, my mother would wake me up by 1 a.m. literally. You guys, I probably was working all night. Let's say I now go to bed to sleep by 1:30. I literally, you get me? And then my mother taps me by 2 a.m. and I'm like, what's that? Hey, Dad, aren't you just bothered? This whole you're not married yet. Aren't you just? I'm just like, you woke me up by. So some of us had it crazy. Some people are still having it crazy. So you have to understand that part. Now, you desire marriage, you desire to have children. It's good that you desire these things. But let me tell you a factor in finding yourself, because you need to learn to find yourself. I cannot tell you when exactly marriage is going to come to you, but I can lead you to a direction that would give you a great end at the end of the day. And let me lead you to it. You have to know God. And this is not even me preaching. This is me just telling you, because it gets to a point in your life where you need to be in tune with your Creator. God made you. He has his plan for you. He says he knows the end of your life from the beginning. That means as you're standing right now, he knows what's going to happen tomorrow. He knows how he's going to direct you. He knows what he is going to have you do. He's the one that knows. You don't know. So if you don't get close to your maker, you'll be living in fear. You tend to make mistakes. It literally, let me tell you how it is. You get me? It's like somebody in a room, right? And the room is just dark, right? And the person is hungry and there's food here, but everywhere is so dark. Now the person is trying to find the food, and maybe there are bottles on the ground. You most likely will stumble. You most likely will fall until you now eventually find the food. But if I just come and turn the light on for you, my darling, you would go exactly where the food is and you will get the food. That's what God is in our lives. So I'm telling you that God is the light that directs our steps, that directs our move. If you're 30 and this is what you truly do desire, then you have to get connected to your Creator. I had a point where even me too, I got tired. Before I got married, let's talk, 30s, let's have a conversation. Before I got married, even I too got, to the point where I was tired. And I went back to in fact, my mom was crazy. I also wasn't working. I was trying to build my brand right now. Talk to your homie. I was trying to build it so much. It was taking a lot of me. It was taking a lot. I must talk about your business, by the way, but let's just go. It was taking a lot. I had to leave my house to go back to my mother's house because I could no longer pay my rent. So I had to leave my house to go back to my mother's house. Just and to rebuild, to start, to reboot. In fact, I thought God had failed me. Like, what kind of life is this? But somewhere along the line, I started to get back close to God and started to walk with God and started to know God. And He began to talk to me and I began to find myself. And all of a sudden, spending time with God became interesting, because if you're 30, then you're not a child anymore. What you need is practical solution. This is the practical solution for you. You have to get close to God. You have to get back to God. I began to talk to God. Let me tell you, when my husband proposed to me, I knew. I was so sure. Like, I knew that I got to the age where I was going to get married. And let me tell you something. Amazingly, my own story was, there was a fear that I had been fighting subconsciously, but I didn't know. I used to pray, oh God, I want to get married. Oh my God, I want to get married. I used to pray, but deep down in my heart, I wanted to be making money. I did not want to enter into my husband's house without not making an income for myself. So when my mother is praying and says, I pray that you marry by this time next year, I'm just like, I hope by this time next year I'm making money, because if not, I will just push it to December. It was a subconscious fear I had in me, but I had no idea. And so one day, I was walking one day, and this is me now spending time with God, praying to God, you get me? And the Holy Spirit said to me, it's amazing how you say you want to get married, but you're hinging your marriage to when you start to make money. Who told you that it's not when you get married that you will start to make the money you're looking for? How will you be hinging your own life because of your own limitation? Why can't you open your heart and trust God? I mean, do you see how the Holy Spirit came and broke it down for me? I wasn't even thinking that way. And immediately, I put my hands up and say, God, I'm so sorry. Please, I trust you. Now I'm ready. I finally accepted and told God that I am ready for this marriage, Lord. I got engaged that same year. So it's possible that God had already planned it for me, but my fear could not accept what my mind was saying. Do you understand? I had to tell you so that you understand that there are things that are happening that you might not even be aware of in the spirit realm, and you need to get close to your maker. He needs to open you up. He needs to, because before that conversation, I didn't even know I was thinking that way. I was praying for a husband. I was praying that God, let us get married. But I was breaking up with my husband too when we were dating. Do you get me? Until God spoke to me and then I accepted. I got engaged that same year. So you really, really, really do have to, get in tune with God. I'm telling you. Let's talk about your business, my darling. See, let me just tell you the sincere truth, yeah? You have to know what you really want. The mind of a business person and the mind of an employee are different. We don't think the same way. Like, no matter how tough it gets for me, I can say things like, man, I wish maybe I should go and get a job, or maybe I should go and get my CV and just get a job. I can say all those things, but I most likely won't do it. Most likely I won't do it. I really can't remember the last time I picked up my CV. I can't. Last time I touched my CV, let me tell you the sincere truth, was 2018. That was the last time I touched my CV. I have not touched my CV since then till now. Things get tough because it's business. Challenges come because it's business, yeah? But I go back into me and bring out, what other skill? Because when you're doing business, you need to pull up skills that you never even know that you had, that will help you to get from point A to point B. There are things that I'm doing now that is paying me now. It's affording me to be able to film this video right now. This is a new segment on my channel. I got pregnant and I didn't post for a while. Now I can't go back to who I was before, posting every day. It's not possible. It's not even feasible. It's not practical. Do you get me? So I'm introducing new segments. I'm talking about things that interest me. The views are not encouraging, but I know what I want to achieve, and so I'm going to keep doing it until it breaks, and it's going to break, and I'm going to make it, and I'm going to be big and popular in this space because I know that's what I'm called to do. Do you get? So I am doing things now behind the scene that you have no idea about, that's paying me money to be able to do all these things. So I'm telling you, the mind of a business person and the mind of an employee are two different things. So before we talk about business, I want to ask you, what do you really want to do? When you look at yourself, do you see yourself like you want to own a business, or you want to work for somebody? Because if you go into business because, I'm stressed out, trying to get a job is not easy, my darling, it will test you. It will test you, but it takes that passion, it takes determination, it takes your purpose, it takes this is what I want to achieve to keep going, to keep thinking. You have to be able to think strategically, like, okay, so what can I do that will make me more money? It's as in you gotta be able to think. So before you use that money, because you said that you're anxious, right? So before you take out that money, your savings, just close your eyes and think about yourself and your future. What do you see? Do you see yourself having a job, or do you see yourself doing your own thing? When I close my eyes, what I see is me talking to ladies around the world, making ladies see that they have value, helping them from having low self-esteem to being strong, to doing their own business, to trusting themselves. Can you see? I'm telling you, that's what I see. To even make ladies understand that you don't have to sleep with a man to make money. You can do it by yourself. That's literally how he's hungering me since. So ask yourself, what do you really want to do? Because if in your heart you want to get a job, my darling, get a job. Now, if you want to do business, let me tell you, you have to learn how to start small. You have to take away shame from your life. And you have to do any and every legal thing and morally correct thing that can help you grow the business. You just have to. You have to push yourself, You have to push yourself a lot. You have to think, dream, eat your business. I'm telling you, you have to have your focus in mind, which is why you have to know God. Because by the time you think, you don't know. I'll just come and just pray and say, God, give me wisdom. Help me. I need to grow. Help me to grow, Lord. Help me. There are challenges that will come that you might look like. There are times that I'll go on my Insta story and just say, times like this is why I want to just leave everything and just pack up and just go and get a job. Yeah, but like I will get past that phase. There are unforeseen things that will happen, but every little win that you get, you will be amazed how excited you will be. Building something that was inside of you out is very possible, and it's very extremely fulfilling. Do you get me? But ask yourself what you want to achieve first, and this is the best time to do your own thing. If that's really what you want to do, this is the best time to do it. That's like my advice for you. I love you. I really love you, and I'm happy that something I said made you like talk to me, like send me a mail. I love that. And if you have any other question, what do you think I would do? Oh, me, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Talk to me. I'm telling you, this is put your biggest panties on. I want to talk to you like a big sister or like a friend. Even not forget big sister, like a friend who you can trust. I can just say, oh, this is exactly how it's troubling me. I promise you, I really want to help you. I love you with all my heart. You mean so much to me. And I hope this was helpful, my darling. If it was, please talk to me in the comment section, my darling. I really, 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 really want to hear from you. I love you with all my heart. Thank you for watching. On to the next episode of Put Your Big Girls Panties On. Bye-bye.
She should have known better.